Well, when it rains, it pours. Last Wednesday, Malia had an emergency C-section, and Monday, which was 2 days ago, or no, yeah, 2 days ago. Sorry, it's been a long night. Burr somehow hurt his leg and is going to have surgery on Friday. Right, little bud? So right now he's heavily sedated. He's been in this same spot since 7 this morning, and it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It turns out when they did the x-rays, he was perfectly fine when he went out on duty, and I saw him in the morning. I was out in the garden for about 2 hours, and he was being his normal self, and I came in the house for about 30 minutes, and then I was going to bring him in for during the day since he stays in the house. And when I went out to get him, he could not stand up. He would put no pressure at all on his left leg, and he just cried with pain, and he took about one step and he collapsed down. Poor little guy. He collapsed down, and then he just cried. So I called my sister, and we took him to the vet, and again they did x-rays, and it turned out that they said, yeah, his hip was displaced. It was like dislocated. They got it back into position, but it turns out, we didn't know this, he has deformed hips, and apparently he was born that way. A lot of bigger dogs do get hip dysplasia, but now he's just at 2 years old, which is unusual for his age. But apparently due to malnutrition and some other things before he was born and early on in his life, his hips did not form properly. So he is going to require surgery, and on Friday they're going to fix his right hip, or his left hip, excuse me, and we're going to hope that even though his left hip has the same deformity, that by taking the pressure off of the one hip, he will be able to go for a long time without ever needing anything done with the other hip, but we'll have to play that by ear. I know, you poor little drugged up puppy, huh? So he was in awful excruciating pain. Unfortunately, the cost of the surgery is going to be between $1,000 and $1,500 for this particular leg. He is not going to get a total hip replacement. Luckily, because of his age and his build, that even though he is a very large dog, the vet said roughly 67% of his weight is in the front half of his body, and he doesn't have a lot of weight in the back half of his body because he weighs just over 100 pounds. So anyway, we're going to pray that all goes well, and when it rains and pours on the homestead, it rains and it pours. So hopefully after this is taken care of with Burr, we won't have any more problems for a little while. We still have buckets that's due to kid, so we're going to hope for normal birth, which she's delivered 3 times already, so this shouldn't be an issue, but you know how that goes. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing good, and wish Burr well.